LCC Jazz Band. My name is I'm the director and part-time piano player. And we're going to get things started right off with a Charles Mingus tune entitled Better Get It in Your Soul. Thank you very much. As I mentioned, this is the LCC Jazz Band, and on that tune we featured on solo Marlon Brown on trombone, Richard York on trumpet, Atticus Erb on tenor sax, and Jacob Defoe on the drums. All right, so a couple things about LCC. We do have a music school. There it goes. Okay. Green lights on. Yes, we do have a music school, by the way. Music program. We have several degrees in music, including pre-music education, music therapy, music industry degree, which is more for possibly the students that want to go into maybe more commercial music or go into maybe audio or production, that kind of field. We have a transfer degree. We have smaller certificates as well. We also have multiple ensembles at LCC, including the jazz band, that are open to the public. You don't have to necessarily be a traditional LCC student, as you can kind of see from the older crowd here that we have on stage. They like to be called non-traditional. I think that's a better term for it. Yeah, and what a great experience for our more traditional students like Atticus and Joey that are going to be transferring to a four-year school, but they get to play with pros like this at a community college and just get that experience. So we also have a concert choir. We have a multi-instrumental group that I'm directing now. It's brand new. It's kind of a jazz improv type of class. And we have a rock band class. Those are our four ensembles. We also have plenty of music classes, like beginning piano, rudiments of music class that kind of, if you're just trying to get your feet wet or just going up on some music skills, those are great classes as well. So if you're interested at all in the music program at LCC, my email address is in the program. You can also visit our website and get in touch with me or get a hold of any of the people up here. We're trying to do a lot here and trying to promote the fact that we do have a music school at LCC. So, done with that. Moving forward, we're going to kick things off with another tune here entitled Strutting with Some Barbecue. This is a really old tune made famous by Louis Armstrong, and the arrangement that we're doing was kind of updated in 2009 by Mike Tomorrow. It's a real fun tune. We're going to feature Jonathan Evans on trombone and Atticus Erb once again on tenor sax. So this is Strutting with Some Barbecue. How about Jonathan Evans on the trombone? And this guy we just picked up, he just learned how to play saxophone like last week. Adam, sir, what's that? All right, at this time, we've been really fortunate the last few years that we've had another student here that's going to perform with us. She's been just finished up her degree. She's been singing professionally probably all of her life, gospel music, and we're so fortunate that she came to LCC and decided to try out some jazz, and I was like, oh yeah, you're going to do fine. So without further ado, we're going to bring up Anna Maria Horn. Anna Marie's going to sing a classic big band tune with vocals. This is entitled Orange Colored Sky.
Good evening. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is a microphone check.
I was walking along
right, this next song that we are going to share with you is Hallelujah. I love him so. I know Ray Charles recorded this song, and it is absolutely one of my favorite songs to perform with the band. Hallelujah, I love him so.
All right, don't worry, we'll bring her back. Yes. How about another round of applause for Anna Maria? All right, this next one we're going to do was written by Sammy Nesico, performed by the Count Basie Band on the album Basie Straight Ahead. And then Nesico went ahead and rearranged the tune in 2009 for the SWR Big Band, and that's the arrangement we're going to do. And this is a tune called Fun Time. So there's a lot of bands that do this tune, but not quite this arrangement. So we've had a lot of fun working on this. And if you don't like it, it was Marlon Brown's idea to do it. Former Mason resident, so yeah, you can take it up with him. Councilman. All right, so this is called Fun Time. that was Fun Time. We featured Sarah Brown on alto sax. And Marlon Brown on trombone. Alright, this next tune we're going to do was written by Dizzy Gillespie and has a new arrangement added to it. So this is a mambo Latin flavor to it. This is called Burke's Works. Works, written by Dizzy Gillespie. We featured Atticus Herb on tenor sax. Also Richard York on trumpet. At this point in time, we're going to bring back out Anna Maria, and she's going to sing a beautiful, beautiful tune entitled Here's to Life.
Still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets, but I have learned that all you give is all you get, so give it all you got. I had my share, I drank my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill, and do it all again. So here's to life and every joy it brings. Yes, here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. How love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes, leave it with the memories you memorize to keep your winters warm. But there's no yes in yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play. For laughs, for life, for love. So here's to life and every joy it brings. Yes, here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Here's to love, here's to you. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you.
Maria Horn. All right, we got a couple more for you. This next one is a really cool tune that we've had a lot of fun working on. It's arranged by the guy that arranged the chicken. So a lot of you, I'm sure, the band has played that tune before or seen it at least. This is called Chicken Scratch, and it's kind of a variation on that tuning. And the composer's name is Chris Bird. He's a saxophonist out in LA, and he uses a lot of elements of the tune, the chicken, and then you're going to hear some other funky stuff like from Weather Report kind of thrown in, and it's going to feature our trombone section, including Mason's own Joey Rice. This is called Chicken Scratch. Chicken Scratch. And that featured Nathan Paulman on the flute. Multi-instrumentalist, okay. Also, Joey Rice on the trombone. Bob Gould on the trumpet. Matt Grandstaff on the bass. And our entire trombone section. So also includes Brian DeVano on bass trombone. Marlon Brown on trombone. Joey. And Jonathan Evans on trombone. Who's taking my chair on the piano for this next one. Which we've come to our final song, and we're going to bring Anna Maria back. And before we do that, I'd just like to thank you all so much. I'd like to thank Beth for allowing us to play. Kind of threw this at her, kind of rushed about a month ago, and I was like, let's see if we can try to do this, because we have a couple, a few Mason students. Joey's heading off to Eastern Michigan next year. Yes. Really enjoyed working with him these last couple of years. He's going to be pursuing music education, and Atticus got into the jazz program at MSU. So. Very excited to see what he does. Just the bands here are awesome. So, I mean, you guys have got a lot to be proud of. Beth, you're doing a fabulous job, and it's like the community support here is amazing. The fact that you can have 2 jazz bands that are like sizable, that is pretty amazing. And of course, you had that, this is my own thinking here, a rice casserole maybe on that last song. Yes, I think that's your new term moving forward. It was a rice casserole. I'm here all night. All right, so we're gonna finish things off. Before we do, I'd just like to invite you all. Saturday, I know Mason's gonna be playing at the Hastings Jazz Festival early Saturday morning. We're a little bit later in the afternoon, so if any of you are sticking around for some lunch at 2 o'clock, we will be at the Waldorf in the ballroom upstairs there. So stop by, say hi. Love to see you out there. So we're going to bring Anna Maria back. This is a tune, Count Basie tune, that we have really enjoyed playing this year. This is called Every Day I Have the Blues.
Every day I have the blues. Every day I have the blues. When you see me worried, baby, It's you I hate to lose. Don't nobody love me. Nobody seems to care. No, 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 nobody loves me. Nobody seems to care. All these worries and troubles, darling, you know I have